Once again, one of the best sources of proteins are egg. As I have mentioned, this is a staple food that me and my daughter and sometimes my wife will also use. At least eat 2 of these every day, like medicine. And the way to boil it perfectly is very simple. It takes only 7 minutes. But you have to put boiling water and make all the eggs go under. And then start the timer, put it on full heat, exactly 7 minutes. Exactly 7 minutes. And 1 minute you will be cooling it off. And then immediately, when I say cooling it off, meaning turn the heat down, that's 8 minutes. And then immediately shock it with cold water so that the inside of the egg shrink, and it's so much easier to peel it off from the outer shell. And as you can see, because a sudden temperature from cold to sudden hot, some of the eggs will crack and may leak a little bit, not all, but that's okay. See, my Google clock is telling me that 7 minutes over. Hey Google, stop. Hey Google, set a timer for 1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute, starting now.
So once 1 minute is finished, I'm going to drain it and immediately put ice cold water from the tap or normal water, whatever you want to call it, to shock it, to contract. The inside will contract, the outside will not contract, so it will separate. If you have peeled many eggs, you will probably realize there are 2 layers to it. So first goes the shell, then comes the very flimsy membrane. Unless you separate it from the main egg and expose the shiny bit, it is very difficult to peel the shell or peel an egg. While the Google counter counts 1 minute, so this is my Adaptogen drink. Yesterday I had a flu type symptoms, although it's kind of almost gone. Okay, so that's my 1 minute. Stop. So Google stops. And then you basically just drain it. And immediately put some cold water. And then let it set. Yes, so I was talking about my Adaptogen drink. If you haven't seen my previous video, Adaptogen is a small molecule that stimulates your immune system to give them a warm up so that when the proper virus bacteria comes inside your gut, it knows how to behave. So these are strong molecules, ginger, and this is actually a mixture we call chaat masala or pani puri masala, which has got black pepper, cumin, clove, coriander, some red chili powder, and this is black salt. So today I'm going to additionally mix some proper honey. Honey is normally very sticky, but proper honey is less sticky in a cold weather compared to non-proper honey. You Google what is a proper honey I'm talking about. There are so many versions of honey on the shelf. And then you also heat up this mug. This came from Norway. I have got this habit of collecting coffee mugs, and when I drink from these mugs, I kind of think that I'm in Norway doing a holiday. Rest of my coffee will be in my favorite proper recycled coffee mug, which can be easily microwaved if the coffee gets cold. But more importantly, even if I run holding it, it will not spill. Here you go. That's my favorite one. It's 12 pound. And even if I go to Costa or Starbucks or anywhere, I will pour it here because it stays hot longer. And that's on, that's off. And when it is off, even if you tilt it, nothing will drop. That's so beautiful, isn't it? So now I'm going to peel it. It is very difficult to peel with one hand. I will gently do this. And the thing is, I keep rolling. Sometimes just rolling itself, the whole shell will come loose, but sometimes you have to nick it a bit with one point. I'm going to kind of take my hand off the camera because it is next to impossible. See, to show you, I'm showing you what I mean by the thin membrane. So once you peel the outer layer, can you see this thin membrane coming out? So unless the thin membrane is separated, it is almost next to impossible. And once the thin membrane is separated, you almost, if you're patient, just rotate it and the whole thing will come loose. Or maybe not, but it is so easy, and you will be left with a perfectly peeled egg. Sorry, I don't think anybody has ever tried to do this with one hand, and but just proving the point that if you follow this Dr. Ghosh technique, it is doable. Like one hand egg peeling technique. Remember, and if I cut it, I'll show you what will happen. Remember, before cutting, you need to make your thing a bit wet. 1, 2. Can you see? The center of the yolk is still not done. So that's how I want my eggs. See, so that's how the egg should be. Little bit of sprinkling of black pepper, coarse black pepper, salt, and the inside, the center of the yolk is slightly softer. On their beauty, again look, the center is a bit softish. That's how it should be. As per my taste, I don't know what you like. Some like hard boiled, some like poached, but this is what I like. Easy to carry, and yeah, I will take 3 every day. My daughter 2 every day, and I leave the rest for my wife. Sometimes she takes, sometimes she doesn't. The only thing I'll tell you, if you're planning to eat it in a public place like hospital canteen, be careful, quickly gulp it, because it does smell like fart. Because the sulfur, which is very, very important for our body, people don't like it, the smell of it. If you poach it or if you fry it, then the smell is gone. But if you eat it in this way, which is my preferred way, as a carry lunch, I will quickly take it and put it in my mouth. However, when you take it in your lunchbox and you mix it with other stuff that I do, it doesn't smell, because it will be camouflaged by the nice smell of other stuff. And the other thing is, this smell is really good, and that's what I'll do. I sometimes leave the salt to the individual to add, because sometimes something that is less salty for you can be more salty for others. And some of the eggs will be like this was hollowed on one end, but that's okay. It does the same nutrition goodness in your gut. That's it. Make it a daily practice. It's cheap, it's portable, it has got long shelf life, it's complete food.